bodies and all the objects around us are made of these material things. Our body is made of a combination of earth and water and fire and air, but there's a certain energy which is in a living body, which is not in a dead body. It's very simple actually. It's like maths, or if you switch off the light, something's missing. What would be missing?
Energy.
Energy. What kind of energy?
Electricity.
Electricity, yeah. The light is showing the symptom that the electrical energy is going to that light bulb. So similarly, when we see life, consciousness, as individual beings, it means that the spiritual energy, the spiritual sparks, who we are, that we're present inside the body. Therefore the body is animated. If that spark of spiritual life is not inside us, or inside this body, it's a dead body. It's very simple. So what Srila Prabhupada is explaining is that living spark, who we are, the self, the soul, some people call it, that we're eternal, Sanatan, and our Dharma, if you kind of analyze what everybody is doing in the world, we can see that basically every one of us is rendering some kind of service. We're rendering service, or we have affection, we have love as part of our conscious being. So that love as individual persons, it actually comes from the soul. Indeed, our personality comes from our spiritual being. Now, unfortunately, because matter, these elements, this body and the world around us, is made of dead matter, as Raghunath mentioned, there's an incompatibility between the conscious living energy of the soul and the dead material world, the material atmosphere. So we are given these bodies by nature, which is like a machine or a car, and we're driving this machine around. On this machine, on this framework of the body, we have different instruments. We have the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and touch. That's five senses. So these are the instruments which relate to the five material elements. So we're interacting with this machine, with these instruments in the material world. But we are very, very limited in our expression, in our manifestation of our self, our existence. We're very, very restricted by the conditions of the material world. That's why, I don't know if any of you remember the Annie Lennox. Anyone know Annie Lennox? The tourist? Yeah, some of you are my age probably. But they sang a song called Conditioned Soul. So we are conditioned souls. We are spiritual beings, but we are very restricted by the conditions of the dead matter around us. It's almost like we're trying to dance in a straitjacket. We're very limited because the soul wants to be free. The living being we want to actually expand our experience, our knowledge, our cognizance. We're trying to, that's why we go to school, college, we are always asking questions when we get up in the morning. We're trying to expand our consciousness, our cognizance. So Krishna-Consciousness means the actual liberation from the material restrictions upon our being, and the liberation of the soul to express our true self, our real existence. And basically, in order to awaken the soul, awaken our true natural happiness from within, we are chanting this Hare Krishna mantra. We'll see a little film after this about we'll be chanting in the streets, and was mentioned in the introduction that this chanting, we sometimes do it on beats. We can do it anywhere and everywhere. We can do it internally, to ourselves, in our mind, in our heart. We can go and shout it or sing it on the streets. We can do it together, or we'll do it together. This chanting in a few minutes later on. But the chanting is the mantra which frees the mind. Mana means mind. Tra means to free, freedom of the mind from the material concept, which is called ahankara. The ahankara is false ego, false identification. So we are identifying that I am this body and all the things around me which I can say that belong to me. I and mine. I am white, I'm black, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm young, I'm old. These are, that's why we were showing the film in the beginning. Who are you? Because this Krishna-Consciousness or Sanatana Dharma Bhakti Yoga is to understand who we really are as spiritual beings. It's awakening our self-realization that we're actually not this body. The body is changing from children's body. We once had a body like that, and then we had a middle-aged body, and then we're going to have an old body, but we're still the same person within. We may think slightly differently according to our experience, according to our life, but essentially we're still the same being within, and that's what we're trying to discover and awaken in by this mantra meditation, by this chanting. So I just try to give a brief summary. Thank you for listening. Hare Krishna. I'm very shy. You can say a question or comment. You had a question?
I did, it's just listening to you now, it's kind of up to my head a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
But it's something along the lines of, I'm aware that as a human being I have many bad habits. And are these kind of an impediment to my spiritual progress? And if they are, how do I resolve some of that?
Okay, that's a very good question. I'll try to repeat the question. What's your name, sorry? Kay. Kay is asking, she's claiming to have some bad habits as a human being. Maybe we all have, I don't know. But are they an impediment to spiritual life? Yeah. Well, I don't know what you mean by smoking, eating. Okay, yeah, the things people do, yeah. Well, Srila Prabhupada told his followers to stop some bad habits because, as you say, as you suspected, they're not good for spiritual progress. These are not exactly, they're reasonable standards because they're not just some arbitrary rules and regulations just to make our life difficult, but basically, for example, intoxication is not beneficial because when we try to do spiritual meditation or focus our intelligence and mind, intoxication doesn't really help us. And eating meat. How many people here are vegetarians, may I ask? Okay, and anyone who's not a vegetarian? We won't shoot you. Okay, thank you. So, meat eating is not very beneficial for spiritual intelligence or development, because basically it's a implication in cruelty or pain to other living beings. Even if we don't kill an animal ourselves, but if we eat some of the meat, it's like we're paying someone to do the dirty work, and we get karma or bad reaction for if we cause pain to another living being who may be, okay, but they may not be in a human body, but they are nonetheless a living entity and they feel pain. So that's kind of not beneficial because it's got bad karma, and eating meat is not good for consciousness, for health and different things. But the good thing that Srila Prabhupada explained to us was that it's not kind of like negative, like don't do this, don't do that, you're a bad person if you do these things, but rather he gave us something better to do actually. He gave us something spiritually positive instead of these things. We have, this evening we'll be serving a nice vegetarian spiritual food. The food is offered to Krishna as a form of love, devotion,